The thing that drives me the craziest about my design website is that when I think about it, I hate it. I don't feel like it's very good. I really want to change everything about it. But when I see it, I think, oh, it's fine. Actually, it's really not that bad. But I think that I still have in my mind that when I created it, I was really leaning on that whole it's better to have a bad website than no website at all, which obviously makes absolutely no sense for a website designer to allow themselves to have a bad website. But this was some advice given in one of the classes that I was taking where they asked you during the class, they were like, take a few days off and create your portfolio website so that you have some kind of website and don't put too much pressure on yourself to have the perfect website. Just put something together because it's better to have something than to have nothing. And also, I think that because I don't have a really strong feeling about it, because I struggled so much to make decisions about what it should look like and everything, that in my mind it is not good at all. And I should not even be giving out the link to it. And so I have spent already so much time trying to redesign it. And when I decided to make this video about it, I once again started trying to redesign it. I have to say, I think it may be the most successful attempt to redesign it that I have made so far. And so it may actually work out. I may have a new website to share with you soon. But the funny thing is that when I initially decided to make this video and I initially started to once again try to redesign the website, what I was thinking is I'm going to get this done in like 4 days. I'm not doing anything else so that I don't even have to show the old video in my website, or I can show the old video again and tell about how I never liked it, et cetera, et cetera. That's sort of the way I did with the hair studio website. And then I can show them the new one that I love, which I have to say, I really am not sure I'm ever going to absolutely love my design website. And I think that I just have to accept that. So starting out with the logo that I created for my design business, I chose a really simple font. I'm not super in love with it, but it's totally fine. And I took the initials of my name, and then instead of using the C from the font, I just created an arch in the same weight and placed that over the two letters to kind of join them together and cover them. And the idea there was that it's actually sort of an acknowledgement of the logo for my previous business, Hair House, where the font that I used has these sweeping lines through the letters. And I mirrored two H's so that the sweeping lines create an arch through the two H's, and it kind of looks like a rainbow. And I always liked it. And I thought that it would be kind of nice to acknowledge this as sort of like a progression from being a hairdresser to being a designer and carrying the arch element from the logo for my first business into the logo for my second business. So onto the website. I didn't talk about the color palette in the logo, but here you have the full color palette, all three, and I have to say they're lovely, but it is not what I originally had in mind, and it is not my favorite, and that is part of why I feel really strongly about redesigning my branding. Anyway, my next complaint is that the writing on the homepage is really stiff. It's all like, trying to market my business and biographical resume kind of stuff, and I'm just not good at that. Portfolio itself, I'm fine with. My only complaint here is that the format of how I present little brand projects versus the format of how I present a full website and brand case study is very different. And I feel like I should probably find a way to make them at least a little bit more similar. But that is not my biggest concern. Honestly, my biggest concern is my personal branding and making the homepage a lot more like friendly to users, marketing forward, I guess. I don't know exactly how to say it, but I have been looking at a lot of other designers' websites, and there's a different vibe, and I think I need to figure out how to bring that in for myself. I so appreciate anyone who is watching these videos. Maybe you're also a designer and you found this very relatable. I would love to hear about your challenges. I have one more personal branding and website project to share with you that will be coming up in the next couple of weeks. If you want to make sure to see it, please subscribe and like the video. Thank you.